We ordered 2 funnel cakes and 1 churro. They were pretty basic, nothing special. $55?
I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I feel like the posts that I make are so cute. All I'm asking is for you to give me your hard-earned cash for something that I then get off AliExpress and then ship it directly to your house.
If a small local business is going to charge me $30 for the same item Amazon's going to charge me $10 for, I'm going to go with Amazon, and most people are going to go with Amazon as well, whether they like to admit it or not.
So today we're going to be taking a look at small businesses and why they're struggling in 2026. I don't think I have to tell you that the economy is not doing great right now, even though we constantly hear from the government that everything's fine. So in turn, that means people don't have as much cash to spend on things and are turning to the cheapest option possible. And because small businesses usually have higher prices, they're empty and going out of business. It also doesn't help that there are so many examples of absolutely ridiculous prices for drop-shipped or low-quality items in these stores as well. We have a ton of stuff to go over today, along with comments from you guys from previous videos. So if you want to be featured on a future video, leave in the comments down below. But let's just jump right into it.
I am working from home and I have a gift card to a local coffee shop, so I wanted to get something for lunch because I never get the opportunity to do this. And I ordered a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich because, you know, it's the most standard one. But I didn't look at the price until I ordered it, which was my mistake, of course. And I also didn't ask what it would be like. So I am genuinely asking you, how much do you think this costs? Genuinely. This is what I got. I got takeout. Yep, that's an egg, 2 pieces of bacon, and some ephemeral remnants of what used to be cheese. Yep, just something, multi-grain bread from Walmart. Yep. It cost $12.50.
And the creator adds a comment, here's what it's supposed to look like, by the way. And of course, the product photos always look better than what you actually get. Multiple diners and breakfast spots around me are charging $8 for 2 eggs. I literally bought 18 eggs for $4 at the store. Now, we've gone over the small coffee shops a couple of times before, and people don't want to pay for a $12 cup of coffee in this economy. Along with food prices like this, I mean, he did have a gift card, but not asking what the price was in the first place is crazy to me.
If a small local business is going to charge me $30 for the same item Amazon's going to charge me $10 for, I'm going to go with Amazon, and most people are going to go with Amazon as well, whether they like to admit it or not. Gas is $4.40 at the cheapest gas station where I live. I'm trying to save money. Most other people are trying to save money. Times are rough right now. And I wouldn't have an issue shopping locally and keeping the money within my community if the small businesses didn't overprice all of their items for no reason. And obviously not all small local businesses are like this, but most of them are.
If a small business offers it for $8 and Amazon offers it for $5, I'll support the small business. If the small business offers it for $20 and Amazon offers it for $5, I'm not supporting the small business. I agree. Support small businesses, and the small business is open maybe 3 days a week, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., no weekends. Everyone in the comments arguing back and forth of why small businesses are priced higher, I do not care. If the bank account allows you the privilege of spending more, knock yourself out. Mine doesn't, and I will shop accordingly. I will not be peer pressured into feeling any differently. And if you've seen most of the videos that are on my channel, you know that most people are struggling right now. And it's just crap that's been purchased off of Shein half the time too. We're going to see an example of that later in the video. And we also saw one previously of a boutique in Nantucket doing the exact same thing, and somebody recorded them looking up the Amazon listing and seeing how wildly overpriced it was in the store. We got a comment from you guys here. Some small business owner yelled at me because she heard me say her combination coffee shop and bookstore seemed a bit half-hearted since there were only like 30 books. She started screaming about the collection she curated. Literally tried to start a fight with me. Okay, lady, I'm sorry I expected your bookstore to have more books. And there are quite a bit of examples of business owners getting defensive and angry when you question the things they do.
Again, if you think it's overpriced, that's fine, but nobody asked you. Oh, geez. I mean, if they think that's overpriced, they definitely don't want to know what I'm charging for Stanley's then.
Try to hang out with them because I was
if it's too expensive for you, just say that, love. That's okay. I know what I put into it. I know what I paid for them. I know what shipping costs, so.
And it looks like it cost about $5 from Hobby Lobby. And you go over to the comment section, you realize she's selling it for $45. Dollar Tree cups for 45 bucks is completely insane. I'm all for people going and making stuff and selling it, but going down to Target, buying the cups and straw toppers for maybe 5 or 6 bucks for both, and selling it online for 45 as if you made it is wild. Another person, the straw toppers alone are at the dollar section at Target, 2-pack for $1. So you're talking about $5.50 per cup and selling it for 45. And then you wonder why people aren't buying. But still, we can move on to the next clip talking about the other side of the argument.
I feel like my For You page is rage baiting me because I have seen too many people complaining about the prices that small businesses are charging right now. Okay. They're not charging you $12 for a coffee because they're trying to price gouge you at their business and then get into their Bentley and drive home. They're charging you $12 for a coffee because their cost of goods is so expensive. And if they want their business to stay open and survive inflation, they have to charge more because that's the position that they're put in. I saw someone also complaining about the quality's gone down at a boutique and they're charging a lot of money. Same thing.
Okay, so we got a couple things. While I do agree, of course, inflation has taken a toll very heavily when it comes to small business. If your prices get so high where nobody's coming in anymore, you're still gonna go out of business. The drop in quality, particularly talking about clothing, is odd to me as well. And I get it, again, the cost of goods have gone up. But turning everything into Shein quality polyester when you were known for making higher quality items, again, is just going to alienate your customer base. And I'm not trying to make this video to tell everybody that all small businesses are bad. You shouldn't shop there. If you really do have that kind of money to spend, that's completely fine. Go right ahead. But most people aren't in that situation today, so you can't be surprised if customers aren't flooding into the doors.
I love to support small businesses, but some of y'all need to chill with the prices. My sisters and I went to support a local food truck and they sold funnel cakes and churros. We ordered 2 funnel cakes and 1 churro. They were pretty basic, nothing special. $55? What do you mean $55 for 2 funnel cakes and a churro? That churro was $8. I had even recorded everything because I wanted to post a TikTok about it, but after seeing the price, honestly, I did not post it because I did not think that was worth it. I wish them the best, but the prices were crazy.
I don't know, going back to that last clip, it seems like price gouging to me. The ingredients to make a funnel cake and churros cannot be that high.
Pretty rare to see a lot of people trash on a small business, but there's this cookie company out in Lancaster, PA called Taylor Chip that recently announced they were going bankrupt and closing all their stores, and hundreds of people were celebrating this. By the way, this is Lancaster, PA, bro. This is not the New York City food scene. For hundreds of people on Reddit to within hours talk about how happy they were they shut down blew my mind. People were saying, oh, the cookies aren't that good. They were like half-baked. The cookies were super expensive, which, by the way, I think they were like $6 to $8 a cookie, which is, that's a lot. People were trashing on the owners, saying they were annoying, that they didn't treat the staff well. By the way, allegedly, like, this is just what comments were saying. The owner once rented a Lambo or something, and oh, they had a field day with that. They were like, oh, yo, how's your Lambo, buddy? And you got to kind of feel bad anytime people, like, lose a small business. But when there is 90% of comments trashing on you, like, it's hard to not assume, like, you know, stuff was probably going wrong.
And we could go a little bit deeper in the comment section, local here. Just search Taylor Chip in the Lancaster subreddit and you'll find the lore. And he owned the Lamborghini. So yet again, going back to the previous clip of price gouging to drive away in your Bentley, in this situation, they actually did it with a Lamborghini. Lancaster here, I applied to Taylor Chip and was denied after they said 6 years of experience wasn't enough. Safe to say I'm working with their competitor that put them out of business. And we'll just move right on over to the next clip with the drop in quality.
Guys, we just got out this vintage store. Look, 75 bucks. In Westford. Shein. There's no way.
Not a single vintage shop is actually selling vintage clothes anymore. Most of the jerseys I found recently at the vintage stores in Newton were fake, but it's much easier buying things in bulk from Shein than actually finding higher quality items in today's world. And we got another comment here. Most of the small businesses still think it's the 2000s, and people can't find out where their homemade items are from. I mean, the Shein tags on clothing are a dead giveaway, but now we have the ability to take a picture of anything with our smartphones, search it up in Google, and see if it's actually homemade or not. And unfortunately, most of the time, it's not.
Yo, this
me off so bad because the other day I was in this like local shop, right? In this little town, right? And there was a sweatshirt, right, that had the town name and there was like a little bear on it. Like, it was so cute. So I go into the store, right? And I'm looking around at the store. Everything looks like it's bought from a manufacturer. Like, nothing in the store looks homemade. Like, the sweatshirt certainly wasn't homemade. I mean, the logo, I don't even think it was stitched on. I'm pretty sure it was like laser printed onto the sweatshirt. And the sweatshirt you can buy in bulk from manufacturers for very, very, very cheap, okay? So I'm like, I go in there, I'm expecting the sweatshirt to be like $35 at most, okay, for a sweatshirt? Like, hello? So I walk in there and I find the sweatshirt. Mind you, there's a huge pile of these sweatshirts. They all look dusty. Like, no one has even touched these. No one has even looked at these, okay? So I pick it up, I look at it. I look at the price tag. I literally gasped out loud. I was like, what? It was $80. $80 for a sweatshirt with a laser printed logo on it.
My entire small town and rural boutique culture is like this, and this would have worked 10 years ago, not now. We're too informed. And there's another comment, this is exactly why I thrift as much as possible, but yet again, going back to the clip with the vintage thrift store, just selling Shein stuff anyway. It's basically a lose-lose situation. But we can move on to another issue that I see a lot with a comment from you guys. Guilting people into shopping at your business is a losing strategy and will never work. I've personally started to see a lot of TikTok artists doing this type of trend, selling this for only $4,000. I don't even really know what to say with that one, but we can one-up it. Day 5 of revealing this painting until it sells for $25,000. And to be honest, it is a pretty solid painting, but when you go over to the comment section, you could see that this is not an original work. Evening by Vittorio, I'm not even going to say the last name because I know I'm going to butcher it, but they just ended up painting something that was already painted. Girl, there's no way anyone's going to buy a painting for $25,000 unless it's already by a renowned artist. It doesn't matter how good it is. It's a beautiful painting, but isn't this just plagiarism? The creator responds, thank you, it's not. You could actually sell master's copies as long as you clearly state it is, and make sure that they haven't been alive for over 70 years, and then there's no copyright. I recently learned this as well. So it's technically not plagiarism, but it's just because a certain amount of time has passed. At the end of the day, it's not the original, and like the comment said before, it would be extremely hard for somebody to spend $25,000 on a painting when they aren't already a famous artist in the first place. POV, it's 2020 and I'm about to guilt you into spending £280 on my small business, and it's a whole bunch of the resin art. I remember seeing this all the time during COVID. People were making Pokemon custom keycaps and selling them for like $50 to $100 a keycap. It was insane. And going over to the comment section, did anyone actually buy these like ever? Almost 250,000 likes. But we could go over to a lot more of the restaurant themed clips that I've seen. We have such a hard time staying open. We just reopened yesterday and been closed for 2 weeks and hardly anyone has come. Please come by and help us. We're a small Mexican restaurant. I've talked about this a couple times because it's definitely worked in the TikTok algorithm. Maybe you can guilt people into going once or twice, but if you're already struggling right now closing and reopening, to me it doesn't seem like this is going to end well.
Day 2 of begging and pleading for you guys to please help boost my small business. With TikTok Shop up right now, I have a lot of competition and my sales have not been doing good.
Okay, so this video was uploaded November 30th of 2023. Legitimately begging people to buy from her shop because there's a ton of competition when it comes to this jewelry. You got TikTok Shop, Etsy, eBay, I mean probably thousands of different sellers that are also selling very similar things. But let's fast forward a little bit.
I need your help. TikTok took down my video yesterday and marked it as ineligible for the For You page for unoriginal content, but this is my content. I literally just filmed it a few seconds ago. This is my jewelry shop and I'm trying really hard to pull in sales, so I'm doing a 50% off my entire Etsy.
And this one was uploaded February 15th of 2026. I know that this type of jewelry can be very cheap to make, but again, if your whole marketing strategy is to make people feel bad, nobody's buying my stuff, I'll do a sale, I got a whole bunch of competition, I don't think that this is going to be as successful as you want it to be.
You guys, I am so stressed out. I started a brand new business and I have put everything on the line for this. I quit my job, I remortgaged my house, I borrowed thousands of dollars from my parents, and then I had to sacrifice my firstborn soul for this, and no one is buying anything. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I feel like the posts that I make are so cute. All I'm asking is for you to give me your hard-earned cash for something that I then get off AliExpress and then ship it directly to your house. Like, what am I doing wrong? It's a 700% markup on something you can get for $3 that's made in a sweatshop. I just feel like I have no support. None of my friends are supporting me. People always talk about how they want to support small businesses, but when it comes to me selling little bits of plastic on the internet, no one's here to support me. I'm going to lose my house.
All I want is a fully paid for holiday to Coachella for me and my team. The worst part is saying I'm so scared we aren't gonna sell out. Like what? Selling out is the dream, not an expectation. But we can move on from begging and pleading to get sales to just straight up scams.
This person says, girl, no one wants your overpriced Madonna blankets. $69.99 is way too high. Whoever takes a moment to comment on this, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Black, 28-year-old woman making Madonna blankets for kids. Let that sink in. People keep telling me my blankets are too expensive, but here's the truth. Every blanket I make is made by hand.
Okay, so I'm cutting it off there. I don't know if you noticed, but all of these videos are completely AI. There's something weird that still goes on with the background compared to whoever's supposed to be talking, and it just doesn't look natural compared to a real video. So going over to this account, it is just the same type of video over and over again of a sob story, people making fun of her, saying that it's too expensive, and then the same type of clip saying that it's handmade over and over again. If you watch my most recent video talking about scams, this is a lot more common than you think. There was a whole scheme taking place with fake videos talking about a woman who was making lobster purses, selling them for around $100 a pop, but if you really looked into it, it was all AI. None of it was true. So if you did get sucked into buying one of those purses or this Madonna rug, you're 100% going to get some AliExpress products and you're just going to get scammed, but I guess people are falling for it. So you really do need to be extremely careful online because you can't really believe anything anymore.
Wow, Montana's beautiful. I think I'll move here and open up a gift shop and sell trinkets from China and $30 ice cream cones.
Do you like rock candy or magnets? What about a new sign that looks old? Says welcome. We got jewelry no one buys. I got loose rocks in a lot of different colors. What about a soft colored sweatshirt that says the town's name? I got a 1,000-piece puzzle of a beach. July is the perfect time to buy a calendar. I got a personalized keychain with your name on it. Unless you spell it weird. I don't know why we have giant jawbreakers. Do you want hot sauce in 3-ounce bottles? I got a pina colada flavored honey stick. The amount of candy we have here is disturbing. I got pocket knives that say don't tread on me. How about a book you'll never read? I got one that says hiking trails. It's filled with information you can find on your phone. I might have too much candy. You want a train whistle? We have a wall of hand soap. We still sell Beanie Babies. I have a barrel of black licorice. You know how much candy I have? I could put a horse into diabetic shock. I got a section of just like colonial shit. How the am I supposed to sell sarsaparilla soda? I gotta move this candy. There's too much of it.
And going back over to the first one, you could replace Montana with any tourist destination in the US, which is exactly what the second clip was showing. And don't forget the fudge for whatever reason. And we got another comment from you guys here. Any good accountant will tell you 95% of small businesses fail due to poor management and grandiose expectations. Because there are a whole host of examples like this on social media. I never get here early. I get here late every day. I get here after 12 o'clock, not at 12 o'clock, just sometime after 12. Business hours open most days 10 or 11, occasionally as early as 7, but sometimes as late as 12 or 1. We close at about 5:30 or 6, occasionally about 4 or 5, sometimes as late as midnight or later. On some days we're not here at all, but lately we've been here a lot. Unless we're not here? What's the point of having a business in the first place? What could they possibly be offering as a service? Almost 50,000 likes there. The Inconvenience Store, 125,000 likes. I mean, unless you're a money laundering front, you're not going to be making any money. I definitely wouldn't want to go there.
I just opened a restaurant 20 minutes down a dirt road. Where are all my customers? We're right in between the Asian nail salon and the board game store. It's prime location. I've been DMing Keith Lee twice a day. We only have $20 burgers with thick cut fry. No, we don't do DoorDash or takeout. We want people to come in and experience the linoleum tiles we didn't tear up. No, we don't do table service and we don't call out the name. You just have to hopefully see that it's sitting there. Yeah, the last 4 restaurants in this location closed within a year of opening, but I think this is the one that'll stay. All my employees are my kids because I don't have to pay them. They hate it. Do you like the wall art? It's an AI generated eagle that's peel and stick wallpaper off of Temu. If you want your burger to have cheese or a bun, you have to order it crazy style. It's $4 extra. I was inspired to open the restaurant after a family barbecue where my brother-in-law said my burgers were good. So I decided to take out a $200,000 loan.
And their domain redirects to a Facebook page, and there's no menu online. Every fifth social media post is lamenting on how hard it is to be a small business, and their website is their Facebook page again, and their logo is AI generated. And I know we saw a couple examples already, but some of the food stuff is just outrageous. And mind you, this was an $8 chocolate croissant. Thank you, Orange County. And I mean, it's just little strips of chocolate that isn't even baked into the bread. And the next one is a guy recording a food truck with a mouse running around in it. I mean, it's right next to the French fries. Even the employees took notice and basically did nothing about it. In the caption, I know he saw that rat run by the fries and just kept scooping. You know it's bad if it's on a truck. Oh, you saw that with a screenshot of one of the employees, and you better believe they still charge an outrageous price. And we got another comment here. Reminds me of those farmers markets where they just resell stuff from grocery stores.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually excited to go to this farmer's market. Hey, catchy, right? I actually, I don't make this. I buy it wholesale, and then I slap my packaging sticker on it, and I sell it right to you, dude. You're asking me about the honey? I can't even tell you the last time I've been around a bee, dude. Like, I'm in the business of selling it, not making it. Give a about no damn bee. These are hilarious, right? I actually did not paint these. Believe it or not, ChatGPT did. Yeah, have you ever heard of it? This Live, Laugh, Love. Oh my God, my #1 seller, dude. People eat that up. Oh no, did I make it? No, this comes from China, brother, China. I buy it from Alibaba, AliExpress, so dirt cheap, and then I become a middleman essentially, and I come and put 400% on top of that, and I'm just cha-ching. Everything you own is from China, dude. You better get with it. Nothing's homemade here.
You forgot the 3D printed dragons and the freeze-dried candy people. Don't leave out the lady selling sourdough bread for $37 a slice. You got single moms that make tumblers. Support your local middleman market. But even with everything we've gone over today, if you still want to have some sort of small business, it's not like it's a walk in the park. All the business guru type of people on social media make it seem like you could just start a business and start racking in the money, but that's clearly just not the case.
I'm at that point as a business owner where I'm genuinely wondering, like, when am I going to get my first heart attack? You know? Like, operating on so little sleep, so much stress, and instead of pulling over early in the morning when you're so tired, you just decide to pound 2 monsters and white knuckle your way to the job site. So, yeah, just genuinely wondering, when does that first heart attack hit?
I got Bell's palsy. It's not just heart attacks. Hope this helps. 6 years in and I almost throw up 3 out of 7 mornings during the week. I quit and rehired myself 20 times this morning. Almost happened to me when I was 18 years into running my business. I had a blockage in the Widowmaker artery. That sounds pretty bad. And I mean, there are a ton of clips like this on TikTok as well. Quit your job, live your dreams, open that gaming lounge. That's how I went from making $6,000 a month to $200.
You said recently that more small businesses closed in New York last year than opened?
Absolutely. I'm a former small business owner. As you know, this is an area of great concern. We lost about 5,000 small businesses last year. We lost about 20,000 jobs, and that compares to about 190,000 jobs that were grown in the prior 4 years. So we really have an economic crisis. We have to make sure, first of all, that we're supporting our small businesses, that we're lowering fines on small businesses, cutting through red tape and bureaucracy, also promoting them through marketing and tourism so that we're really promoting our small businesses. We need to be doing all of the above, and we need to focus on economic development, making sure that we're keeping businesses here in our city and that we're attracting new businesses.
While I do understand it's important to keep small businesses around, especially when you're talking about New York City, I can't imagine how expensive everything is. And like I've said over and over in this video, people just don't have the funds in today's economy. But that's all I got for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. YouTube thinks you'll like this video popping up on screen right now, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, and I'll talk to you guys later.